year 2026. Has your mind, has your body, and of course, how is yours? So hope you did have a great weekend, because I did. Trust me, I did. I wrapped up the weekend with a pop-up screening or a pop-up showing or viewing of a movie that is yet to hit the cinema. So we're the first people to actually see the movie, feel a taste of it before some of you will get to see it at the cinemas. All right, that aside, and let's get on to business today. And what is on the menu? Guess what? Honoring agreements at the business or workplace. And on the first official working day of the year, this conversation is vital because business runs on the fuel of trust. Without honored agreements, the machinery of commerce grinds to a halt. If there is any song that comes to my mind whenever I think of honoring agreements, it should be Ikemowa's Agreement Disagreement, yo. Agreement Disagreement, yo. It don't reach it for settlement. You can't they tell me nonsense. Agreement, but let's just listen to it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, let's go. Agreement is a negotiated and typical legally binding agreement between parties as to a cause of action. An agreement is a manifestation of mutual assent by two or more persons to one another. It is a meeting of the minds in a common intention and is made through offer and acceptance. An agreement can be shown from words, conduct, and in some cases, even fill in the blank space. Ladies and gentlemen, some of us started working with some companies. We started doing business with some persons. And in course of doing that business, I just saw it came over on TV. Wow. Okay, in course of doing that business, we said, oh, you will do this, and I will do that. When we started working for this person, they said, you will do this for us, and in turn, we will do this for you. And we all agreed. Sometimes we just said it verbally. At other times, we put pen to paper. We wrote it down. In fact, some of us still have a binding contract. I still have my contract from when I started working here some Today is what? Yeah, some 8 years back. Yeah, I still have my contract. And if there's anything I liked that they did was they made sure, they said, read through. And it was this big. I'm not even joking. It was this big. And I had to take my time to read from page to page, line to line, sentence to sentence, paragraph to paragraph, and fully comprehend that contract before I did append my signature. So that contract is binding. I can tender it somewhere, sometime in future. And I said, this was the agreement, or this was what we signed from the beginning. However, it is not binding no more. This party is not honoring their part of this agreement or this contract, as it were. And then they look at it and then they say, okay, it's there. It's big. It's this big, and I still have it. And I'm sure every other person who works here was made to sign, management and us. Well, we've been there. During the interview, the agreements will include a specific salary to be paid at a stipulated time, right? A clear job description. And so they may even add free lunch. And later, you are doing the work of 3 people, and the lunch is a myth. You came in to do the job of an accountant. Before you know it, you started doing job keeper. Before you know it, you started doing welfare. Before you know it, you started doing HR work. In the workplace, an agreement isn't a piece of paper. No, it is the foundation of employee engagement.